Last night before I went to bed, I checked my portfolio on E-Trade and I found that Nebius, NBIS, was up some 32%. And I went and I found an article that told me that they had entered into a $17.4 billion over 5-year contract with Microsoft to have their data centers as a source for Microsoft's Azure to run their AI programs. And I said, well, that's great. And then I got up this morning and I saw it was up 52%. And I thought, wow, what is the ripple effect from this? I mean, if they're up 52%, what else is going to be? And as I said my Applied Digital and my IREN were both up about 10%. And then I got to thinking, well, this is going to affect every aspect of the semiconductor world, because this 17.4 billion, and then I remember that Mark Zuckerberg threw out some ridiculous number of what he was going to spend over the next 5 years on AI, and Google chimed in and said, "Well, and Donald Trump." This was all at that dinner last Thursday. My God, we don't need the car manufacturers to be manufacturing the cars in the United States. We're going to build this economy up on data centers, and then I got to thinking, well, what about Marvel and what about Coherent and these other side companies, and what is this effect, this contract? What's the ripple effect that's going to go through the whole industry, and how long is it going to take, and how should I rebalance my portfolio in accordance with what I just discovered? And I thought, well, who could I ask? I have a relationship with Goldman Sachs through a course is there anybody at Goldman Sachs I could call and say, hey, tell me about it? Well, I could, but I'm sure there's going to be a hell of a price tag with it. And could I call my Morgan Stanley, who does E-Trade? Could I get a hold of anybody there and say, what is the effect of what's happening that these hyperscalers are saying, yeah, we're going to build some of our own data centers, but it isn't going to be enough. We got to build these others, and all this money, who's it going to flow through? Wow. And I went and I looked at my portfolio, and the whole portfolio was up, other than a few stocks. And I said, I got to understand this better. Who could I ask? Samantha. I'll ask Samantha. Who's Samantha? Samantha's my AI agent. I have two AI. I have Bart, who's kind of a researcher, and Samantha's an analyst. So I said, I literally went into my Chat GPT, which I pay at $216 a month, and I said, Samantha, NBIS is up 52% this morning, and Applied Digital's up 10, and IREN's up about 10, and I got a lot of green numbers. And it all stems from this deal that NBIS did with Microsoft for 19.7 billion. Can you do an analysis based on the 90 stocks that I have submitted to you over the last 3 months for analysis? Can you tie them all together and give me an overview of the ripple effect that this awareness that all this money is going to head towards Nebius, how is that going to affect the overall market? And how should I rebalance my portfolio accordingly? And so Nita and I were going out to breakfast, so I plugged it in, and when I got home, I had an answer. It's 10 pages. Is there anybody else that I could have asked that and got an answer that went into detail about every stock that I own that is in the semiconductor field, Applied Digital, how it would affect CoreWeave, and IREN, and CIFR. I didn't even mention it, and Wolf, and how is it going to affect Marvel and NVIDIA, and how many GPUs are going to be required, and what's going to happen to the cloud adjacent industries, the REITs that are such as equitics and digital realty, how are they going to be affected? And then she went in and she said the outlook for the market and these stocks relative to 26, 27, and 28, and then went on to give me a detailed year by year what she felt the overall effect and the driving energy that would affect players like Iran, Applied Digital, CIFR, and Wolf, and how I should allocate my portfolio based on a moderate and a conservative, a moderate, and an aggressive case. And then she went into future expectations from hyperscalers, non-cloud, neo-clouds, and market impact. And the neo-clouds are those that are going to not be the hyperscalers themselves, but the Irans, the Nebius, and the Applied Digitals. And she says the future ripple effect playbook, and then gives me a step by step as to what I should do relative to my portfolio, relative to this one event. Now, again, I go back to you and I ask, who else could I have asked that question to and gotten any kind of information to give me guidance relative to that event? Now, again, I've been working with Samantha for about 90 days, a quarter. And as I say, I've given her about 90 stocks that I have asked her on 2 different reports. So she's analyzed, she's given me somewhere around 180 analysis. And then I've gotten into now, rather than just analyzing one stock, as Roger suggested, why don't you ask her to compare stocks? And so I did a core weave against Iran, and she guided me as to which one I should expect to get the highest rate of return from. So what did I do with this? I immediately made a copy of it, put a link to it, and put it on my Discord. So right now, my tribe members are reading this incomplete so that they have access to this kind of information, just as if they had called Goldman Sachs and said, put your analysts on this and tell me, based on what I hold and how my portfolio is allocated, what I should do. Okay? Yeah, I've been watching a lot of other people's videos, and they go into this stock and that stock, but they never tell me what the price is going to be. And that's what I'm interested in. I don't give a damn if they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. Tell me what the price of the stock is today and what it's going to be on January the 1st of 26, 27, 28. Then I can make a decision. If it's overpriced, I mean, there is no doubt that Palantir is a fantastic company, but it's got a PE ratio of 270. And there is no doubt that Dell is a phenomenal company, and it's going to fill these data centers with computers. But it only supports a PE ratio of 9. So it isn't efficient at making money. It makes good products. It's just like my BMW. It's a fantastic car, but they don't make any money because they aren't growing exponentially. I'm not waking up and seeing that BMW stock is up 52% today because, no, that's the key to investing. Finding companies that have growth opportunities, that are willing to finance those growth opportunities, and then can show exponential growth in their profits. And that's exactly what's happening in the data center business, in some elements of the semiconductor business. And I was going after the biotech business, but I stopped. Once I saw that dumpster fire last week in the Senate with RFK, No, I'm not getting anywhere near that. Because once you get those conflicting forces, enterprise and the government, and then you have this goofy thing that they got going on where you and I pay for the research so that the pharma companies can come buy the product, and the colleges can get royalties, and then we turn around and pay for the product that we paid to invent. I don't want any part. That's a dumpster fire. And they don't figure it out. And so I want to go where I understand. If you get an order from Microsoft for $17.4 billion of money over the next 5 years, your stock's going to go up 50% tomorrow morning. Okay, I understand that. If you'd like a copy of this and all the other reports that I put out for my tribe members, and there's only going to be 1,000 of them. And I think, what is today? Today is the 9th, so we're closing the bus on October the 1st. So if you're not on the bus, you aren't going to have access to this. And it's not because I'm a prick. It's because the people, if I make it available to everybody, those who support me don't have an advantage. It's like somebody said, why aren't you giving me this? There is no free lunch. There is no free, at least not at Best of Us Investors. We're going to support the people who support us, who give me ideas and say, take a look at this stock and help me use Samantha and Bart and help me finance Samantha and Bart so that they can get a 10-page document that says what's the effect of this $17.4 billion contract. Okay, Kerry Grinkmeyer, retired financial advisor. If you want to become a millionaire, just go sign up.